Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Swami Hanuman and others overcame all the warriors that Ravana had sent, and Makaraksha also gets killed in the hands of Sri Ramachandra. Now Ravana becomes extremely angry. As ever, this is his hobby. He sends armies. They lose the battles. This guy becomes angry, and then he sends another set of warriors. But this time he doesn't send any new warriors. He again goes back and falls back on Indrajit and says, "Oh Indrajit, you are the man who can save me from any sort of trouble. So, oh Indrajit, go and fight." Now, Indrajit again follows the same protocol that he has followed previously. He quickly goes, does a Homa, gets the new chariot, gets the Brahmastra, gets the protection of Brahmastra, and then comes into the battlefield. Again, he is not seen by anyone, and again, he starts raining arrows from all directions. Again, the entire Vanara army does not know from where the arrows are coming. They do not know how to handle the situation, and they all run back to Sri Ramachandra again. Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, now they start talking about this Indrajit and the sort of parakrama he is showing, and here they both start discussing as to how to defeat Indrajit, because they both are being hit by various arrows now even Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they start also firing back good amount of astras, sending them in all directions. So there was some collateral damage that is coming up on the Rakshasa side also. Even though Indrajit is not seen, but when the arrows are being shot in all directions, one or the other would do some collateral damage, right? So that sort of thing is happening, but still Indrajit is still decisively having the upper hand. Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana, they both are now thinking as to what needs to be done, and now Indrajit starts targeting both of them, and he ensures that blood is oozing from their bodies. He hits them with multiple arrows. He is not seen. Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana now begin to bleed. They are almost about to fall down. At this point of time, Lakshmana says, "I will use my Agneya Brahmastra and other astras on Lanka, and I'll leave my astra in such a way that every person, every Rakshasa living here on this island and in this entire world, every one of them needs to die. Oh Sri Rama, this is what I am going to do. This Indrajit is playing a very, very bad game with us. This is something that we should not accept." Sri Ramachandra says, just because one Rakshasa has sinned, you should not kill all the Rakshasas. Let us think of using our arrows, which are in the form of snakes, so that they would go search for Indrajit and kill him. Now, the moment Indrajit listens to this, because he is not seen, but he is roaming all around the army, he gets to hear this and he quickly runs back into the protection of Lanka. And now he realizes that Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana are now going to the final means to kill me. Now I should do something to stop them, because now even if I go in the clouds and fight, these guys are going to get the better of me. So I should do something different. And hence, once he goes back, he creates a Maya Sita, puts her on his Ratha, and comes out again. Because Indrajit has gone back and Vanras got some time to recuperate, Hanuman regathers the entire forces and marches back towards the gate, so that if there is any movement from the other side of the gate, he can take care. And he sees Rakshasa army coming at the first. He orders the Vanaras to attack, and then suddenly he sees Indrajit. And Indrajit on his chariot, he has Sitama herself. It's Maya Sita, but for an onlooker, she's looking like the real Sitama. She's the replica of the Sitama who is in the Ashokavana. So he brings her. The moment Hanuman sees her, he asks Vanaras to step back, and Rakshasas are on rampage. The Vanaras are not able to give it back. Indrajit is using the Maya Sita as his shield, and he is advancing towards the army. Hanuman tries to stop him, but Indrajit does not stop. Instead, he taunts Hanuman by saying, "If you even take one more step towards me, I am going to kill this lady." Hanuman is afraid. He does not want to go ahead and do anything, because there is Sitama over there. And then Indrajit starts harassing Vanaras. He starts killing Vanaras, and he does all sorts of things on Vanaras. He gets to the middle of the battlefield, and there he first catches hold of her hair. He sort of tries to torture her. Hanuman says, "You are touching the hair of a Pativrata and you are trying to torture her. This is not going to leave you. You are going to pay for every minute of whatever you are doing now." Indrajit does not listen. He knows it's Maya Sita, right? He does not listen, and after some time he pulls out a huge sword and cuts off the neck of Maya Sita, and then he goes back. Hanuman gets very angry. He picks up a huge boulder. He hurls it towards Indrajit and the Rakshasas, And now Vanaras go all over, they go bonkers on the Rakshasa army because the very purpose for which they were fighting all this war has just disappeared in front of their eyes. Sita Ma got killed. I mean, the Maya Sita, but then for the Vanaras, it's Sita Ma, right? So they just fall on the hapless Rakshasas. Hanuman hurls such a huge boulder to crush Indrajit's Radha itself. Indrajit's Sarathi saves the day for Indrajit, and somehow they make an escape and they go away. Indrajit now comes back. He tries to fend off Vanaras to some distance. There's a huge kolahala, there's a huge uproar that is coming from there. Indrajit uses this to escape into Lanka again, and he goes to the Nikumbhila Alaya so that he can go and perform the Nikumbhila Yaga, from where he would get the powers to eliminate the entire Vanara army. Unaware of all this, Hanuman rushes back to inform Sri Ramachandra about whatever has just happened. In the middle, he sees Bhalloka Sena. He tells them also this, and then he quickly rushes to Sri Ramachandra and says, "Oh Sri Ramachandra, this is what Indrajit has did." The moment Sri Ramachandra hears that Indrajit has cut the neck of the person whom he loved, Sri Ramachandra loses his consciousness. He falls down. He starts weeping for Sitama. Lakshmana also gets very, very angry, and he says, "Oh Sri Ramachandra, you are sticking to Dharma. I'll now leave Dharma. I'll take up Adharma because Dharma is not giving us any dividends. I'll take up Adharma. I'll burn this entire Lanka down." I mean, there's a huge dialogue that Lakshmana says there, saying that, I'll do this, I'll do that. Why is Dharma not protecting us? Are the days for Dharma over? All this. In the meantime, Vibhishana, he comes over there quickly. He looks at Sri Ramachandra and says, "Why are you weeping?" Sri Ramachandra is not in a position to talk. And then Lakshmana says, "This is what Indrajit has done. Hanuman has seen it with his own eyes. He brought Sitama to the battlefield and he cut off her head." Then Vibhishana says, "No, this is not true. Oh Sri Ramachandra, I told Ravana to leave Sitama long back. He did not hear to my advice. He did not pay any heed to my advice. If he has not heard to me then, what makes you think that he will hear to Indrajit now and give away Sita? No, he will not do this. He is such a bad person. He would never do this. He would never even imagine of giving away Sitama to anyone. So he has not sent Sitama. All this is a trick played by Indrajit. Indrajit must have understood our plans, so he wants more time. He has to do the Nikumbhila Yajna to kill us, so he has gone to that place. Oh Sri Ramachandra, please don't give up at this particular point of time. We will have to see the end of this Indrajit, and if we will have to see the end of Indrajit, please let Lakshmana come along with me. I will take him to the place where Nikumbhila Yajna is happening. Indrajit has a curse from Brahma that whoever interrupts him during Nikumbhila Yajna and does not let him do the celestial offering completely and get the celestial powers, that one person is going to kill Indrajit. So send Lakshmana. Lakshmana will do the dhvamsa of that Yajna. In that way, we will prevail over Indrajit and his army, and Lakshmana will kill Indrajit. Sri Ramachandra quickly gains his composure back. He realizes that whatever Vibhishana said is correct. So he lets Lakshmana go and he says, "Oh Lakshmana, be very careful. We have to see the end of Indrajit now." The moment he gets the order, he is extremely pleased. He was waiting for this. He was longing for this chance. So he immediately starts off, and Sri Ramachandra, out of his brotherly love, and he has seen how Indrajit is fighting, so he sends almost all the important Vanara Veeras, Jambavanta and Hanumanta, along with some very important Vanara Yodhas and a huge contingent of Vanara army, so that they all can go and fight Indrajit. Now, all these people, they go near the Nikumbhila Devalaya under the guidance of Vibhishana, and there they see a huge Ravana army. Now, after seeing that huge Ravana army, what are the Vanaras going to do? What is it that Vibhishana is going to do? That we'll be seeing in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani vasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sukhti sai smarha swam charanarvindar pramastu swasti. Jai Shri Ram.